here, 1v1 Bay of Grots, blue team, blue side even. It's Kosteman, plays a Chaos Lord, durable and destructive commander, walks through cover and cannot be suppressed. Very good offense and disruption. Up against is TENrus, plays a Lictor alpha melee specialist that can infiltrate and disrupt. Great offense too. Is capping a wreck point for the hive mind. We have a contested VP in the north. Natural victory points for both players in the south, in this dock type area. Natural powers too, and a couple of contested central powers, double termagants for TENrus. Light ranged infantry, very good utility with their Crippling Poison, good DPS as well, and Kosteman with some Chaos Space Marines. No heretics to follow up, so we might see double CSM, maybe some Havocs. Lots of options for Chaos versus Tyranids, I feel. Chaos Lord is capping the VP, but the Lictor Alpha is being sneaky, infiltrating and decapping. You can stay infiltrated while you decap.
Your forces obey you.
Victory points are taken for both sides. Hormagaunts and idle there for TENrus, and the Chaos Lord has found the Lictor Alpha. There is a kill the weak, knockback and self-heal on every model that you hit. And he's going to take down the Lictor Alpha. He just has too much hit points with 1000 against the Lictor Alpha's 670 to start off. There's a special attack. Turns to engage the termagants now. Wants to get some models off these guys and leave the Lictor Alpha to cap, in fact. Termagants run away. Now takes the victory point back, and termagants are decapping his natural VP there. 495, 482 is a 1-to-1 cap. Kosteman with nothing. There we go. Some more Chaos Space Marines. So double CSM, very solid opening. Could be shut down by Barb Strangler Warriors. We'll see what TENrus goes for. Termagants. What the heck? He gets into the garrison. I thought it was going to force melee on them. Very strange choice. And termagants run away. Very, very cautious Chaos Space Marines there. 486, 482, that's the 1-to-1. Chaos Lord still being a nuisance in the north. There's killed a weak on the Hormagaunts, fully healing him up there pretty much. Can he get some models off them though? Needs to be a bit careful now. These termagants do not have Crippling Poison though. So no DPS increase from Toxin Sacks and no snare. The Hormagaunts though do have their adrenal glands, so they're doing some decent damage. All of those attacks going in with the damage buff from adrenal glands. 486, 461. There's a triple cap for Kosteman, and Kill the Weak cools down and he gets it off again. And look at that huge heal that he got. TENrus not happy. You pretty much cannot take down a Chaos Lord with sluggers or Hormagaunts in tier 1. He just Kill the Weaks them again. Cools down too quickly for them to kill him pretty much. 486, 429. And forces off the termagants and caps. Double CSM now coming through mid. He has both of the south VPs, or at least did. We now have warriors on the field, but no sign of a barbed strangler. Does have the resources for it. 25 power for that thing, which is not cheap for an upgrade for a squad, not a piece of war gear. Chaos Lord backs off. He's going to try and cap his wreck point back. He just hasn't left the north of the map yet. Where is the Lictor Alpha? He's going north as well. He should just leave it, I think. Come and harass these Chaos Space Marines, who are having a free reign pretty much. Not really sure where the heck they are going. Now they're coming north. Bunch of stuff north. We have double termagants here. No sign of Toxin Sacks. In fact, we have a Ravener Brood on the way. Quite a heavy tier 1 in terms of field presence for TENrus. 486, 364. Hormagaunts on capping duty in the south. Warriors finished their cap, so we might get a triple here for TENrus. Ravener Brood still on the way. Lictor Alpha going after the Chaos Space Marines, who are going for the garrison, and they will take it. There's the Flesh Hook. First one we've seen. Such an awesome starting ability, and he has Feeder Tendrils up. Really, really powerful upgrade for the Lictor Alpha. It's a power weapon which heals him, and it's only 25 power, I think, which is pretty nuts. 466, 363. There's a triple for red, which is TENrus, and tier 2 for Kosteman. Ravener Brood are on the field. jump troops that actually burrow, disrupt when they break out of the earth. Have power melee as well, so they're no slouch in combat. 439, 363. Hormagaunts trying to eat a power node, going to be disappointed. Chaos Lord coming after this warrior brood. Start off as a melee unit with heavy armor. Can leap into combat, which disrupts pretty nicely. Also emits a basic synapse. So these Hormagaunts, you see them now with that green stuff around their head, means they are under synapse. Get a damage reduction and suppression resistance. Doesn't stack though, so you can't stack it up with multiple synapse creatures. You're either in synapse or you're not. There are different types of synapse in tier 2 though. And Kosteman is tier 2. TENrus way behind in tech, but can he make the extra 2 units on the field count here? Get some models of these Chaos Space Marines. These guys have already lost one. That feeder tendril is so devastating. Another one goes down and they do get back to base. These guys in the garrison can't really be touched. 387, 363. And power harass from TENrus takes down a generator. Not looking good for Kosteman. What's he going to go for? Perhaps a blood crusher if you can get one out quickly enough. Might not be able to though. He's purchased something. It is the blood maul. And this thing is 50 power, isn't it? Or is it a bit less now? I'm not sure. Armor of the Inferno as well. There is Let the Galaxy Burn. Pretty much misses everything. In fact, I think it took down his own node there. 376, 363. There's the 1-to-1. This thing has sweeping doom, and there it is. Didn't quite happen in time though. This stuff already in retreat. Lictor Alpha capping north. Might see Deadly Jump to jump in amongst these double CSM and really piss them off. 376, 363. Nobody interested in a 2-to-1 cap yet. We might see one now. And there we go. Melee synapse could be nasty in tier 2 with Ravener Brood and Hormagaunts. Ravener Brood are pretty unique in terms of synapse. They can benefit from melee synapse and they can benefit from range synapse. If you give them their devourers, they cannot benefit from both at once. 367, 363. Lictor Alpha has found some Chaos Space Marines. We do have an aspiring champion heretic squad to detect that Lictor Alpha, but they're all the way on the other side of the map. I think Lone Hunter would be pretty nice for this guy. You can just skulk around the north of the map and pick stuff off. Does Lone Hunter buff the damage of Flesh Hook? I assume that it does. Also has Stalk, of course, which is pretty nuts in Elite Mod. Buffs his damage and increases his damage resistance, I believe, as well as revealing the enemy commanders. So that is a pretty crazy global if you can synchronize it with some Lone Hunter usage. Here come Heretics and Chaos Space Marines to try and prevent this power harass. Hormagaunts making short work of that generator. These guys can get the Endless Swarm upgrade in tier 2 in Elite Mod, which will take them up to 10 models. No sign of it yet. No sign of it on the Termagants either. There's the 1-to-1. There is the Crippling Poison on the Chaos Lord, who tries to do a close range Let the Galaxy Burn, but the Termagants were in retreat, so we just stopped. Heretic smacking on this central power node. Lictor Alpha again skulking towards the north and decaps under infiltration. And he's going for toxic cysts, I should say, in tier 2, which you don't see all that often. Interesting to see how it pans out. Basically drops a cloud of poison which damages nearby foes. 350, 327. No sign of upgrades for the Chaos Space Marines. No Eternal War, no. No mark. We do have a Chaos Dreadnought though on the way for Kosteman. And there's not a lot that TENrus can do about it at the moment. It does have heavy melee Adrenogland warriors, but they do not want to fight a Walker particularly. Especially if it's a Mark of Khorne one. Here it is. Starts off with this auto cannon, good damage to all targets with a small area of effect, and more power harass from TENrus. Gonna decap the node. In fact, here comes that auto cannon firing. Lictor Alpha drops that toxic cysts and goes after the heretics, and they run the hell away. See that cloud of stuff. It's an armor upgrade, not an accessory, so you can Combine this thing with pheromones in your engagements. 334, 322. Chaos Dreadnought looks like it will force off the Tyranids eventually. That power was decapped though. No! Forces off the Chaos Space Marines due to Tyranids. These guys getting away with just one model. And he's going in onto the Dreadnought here. Heretics coming to help out, forcing off the Warriors, losing a model there. You see the Synaptic Backlash knocking back and damaging those Hormagaunts. The Termagants were not close enough to be affected. 328, 322. There's the 2-1 for TENrus. That's a really good transition into tier 2 for him. Lots of power harass. Dealt with the Dreadnought reasonably well. Didn't lose a bunch of stuff. Kosteman lost 2 more Chaos Space Marines. That's 66 wreck for each model to be reinforced. And Rippers are going to annoy this Dreadnought. 323, 322. Does he have a capillary tower? He does have a capillary tower, and unfortunately TENrus has placed it inside this impassable terrain, as you can see. So Kosteman will be unable to attack it, which is pretty bad mannered play. I think it will be fixed in the next update, but we'll have to deal with it at the moment. Bad show by TENrus, and a bunch of Termagants died. 495, 295 I should say, 322. Still a triple cap for TENrus. There is the toxic cysts and some feeder tendrils melee. Now has that lone hunter. If he's not within, I think it's 30 radius of an ally, he does a whole bunch more damage and receives a whole bunch less damage. Forces off those heretics. Still can't fight a dreadnought though. 262, 322. There's this sneaky capillary tower still. Venom Brood are up. Revenant Brood have stayed in their melee state for now, and are going to decap this central power point. North is the Chaos Lord chasing down Termagants. They really don't want to get in his way. He levels to 3. He's done well. 226, 322. Can be really difficult to level your Chaos Lord against Tyranids with all the crippling poison, especially if he doesn't have his combi flame up. Mark of Khorne Dreadnought is on the way. Could be a mistake. I don't think he's seen this Venom Brood yet though. 201, 322. Needs to repair that Dreadnought for a start. Heretics too busy capping power. Finally takes it back. 190, 322. There's this single cap for TENrus. Has a very decent victory point lead, and another capillary tower goes up in impassable terrain. Shame on you, TENrus. We'll see how this pans out. I'm not going to stop. Hormagaunts going to harass power again, and Raveners have changed to their ranged devourers. They can now benefit from ranged synapse. Increases health and damage of ranged Tyranids. Bit different from melee synapse, which greatly improves health but does not directly improve damage. It instead increases your melee skill. 184, 308. It is a Mark of Khorne Dreadnought with Blood Rage going after the Venom Brood. Blood Rage increases damage, durability and speed, but you lose control of your Dreadnought, and it can turn on allies. But it's chasing down this Venom Brood, and look at the damage it's doing. 184, 302. Heretics running away. I don't think these Chaos Space Marines have been very effective so far. Basically used a cap. Where is the other squad in the garrison? And another capillary tower inside impassable terrain. Warrior Brood chasing down a Dreadnought. There is Blood Rage again. Down goes that Venom Brood, and there is a Synaptic Backlash. Now turns to engage a bunch of smaller Tyranids. Now turns on the Warriors, doing splash damage each hit, and this is devastating stuff. Why is TENrus staying in this engagement? Needs to put it on those Warriors. Needs to turn it on those Warriors. Kosteman, there we go. Turns around. Just over 100 heavy melee DPS from the Mark of Khorne Dreadnought. And he's going to wipe those Warriors out. What is TENrus up to? Hormagaunts finally retreating. 2 more go down in retreat. Could have finished off that squad with 1 hit point. And they do not get away. Chaos Space Marines in retreat path. That was a terrible, terrible engagement for TENrus, who goes tier 3. Lictor Alpha meanwhile is fighting at top. This is perhaps why he did not retreat those warriors. Too busy microing his Lictor Alpha. Toxic cysts helping him deal with those heretics who get away with 5 models and barely any health. Now has to fight a Chaos Lord though. This Blood Maul is not a power melee weapon, but does a lot of DPS, 150 damage per hit, I believe it is. 184, 293. Won't be doing 150 damage to the Lictor Alpha though, since he has Commander Armor. Level 3 Lictor Alpha, almost level 4 Chaos Lord. Can he take down this Lictor Alpha? Those feeder tendrils doing so much DPS, and they take down the Chaos Lord. Wow. Since it's a power weapon, of course, it's doing full damage to that Commander Armor of the Chaos Lord. That was crazy. With Lone Hunter up as well. He might have even used Stalk there. Quite hard to tell. 184, 293. Lictor Alpha levels to 4. Chaos Lord is not level 4. Chaos Space Marine is taking both of the south victory points. It's a 2-1 for Kosteman now. TENrus is well into tier 3 though. Kosteman does have enough red for a nuke, but can't do it until he's tier 3 and repurchases his Chaos Lord, so he's not going to get there for a little while yet. Needs 50 power and about 100 requisition to do so. And then has to wait. Does take quite a while to get into tier 3. Ravener's going to be caught in retreat by Chaos Space Marines. Going to force melee on them. No, they aren't. These guys have their aspiring champion. He's not too bad in melee himself. Good range damage with his bolt pistol as well. 183, 279. Now it's TENrus taking his natural back, and has the north is going to be a 2-1. More termagants on the way for TENrus. Chaos Space Marine is going Mark of Khorne for Kosteman. Brave move. Still has his Mark of Khorne Dreadnought as well, which is level 2.5. Has done well. What was that though? That was a Mark of Khorne. Chaos Space Marine that got flesh hooked, I think, or something. He's going for an aspiring champion on this squad. Gives them another chain axe model. Chain axes are power melee weapons, by the way, and the aspiring champion also gets a melter pistol. The others getting plasma pistols. Chasing around this Lictor Alpha. There's some Khorne worship boosting the speed of all of Kosteman's stuff. Does affect vehicles as well. 163, 278. Lictor Alpha not hungry and is going to take the victory point instead. Chaos Space Marine is taking 10 Russes. Oh, we're going to see some power harass here. Here comes another capillary tower from Infestation. Again, in kind of impassable cover terrain type stuff. 163, 255. And there's another capillary tower there. Look at that. Really bad play. Bad sportsmanship, I should say, from TENrus. Has a Carnifex on the field, getting a Thornback upgrade. We'll give it 1875 hit points, I believe it is. And it can spawn Rippers, there we go. There's Mark of Khorne, and the Chaos Dreadnought is backing off. 163, 230 Carnifexes are monstrous creatures. They have vehicle armor and also regenerate health very slowly since they're alive. Bane and Brood alongside that Carnifex is pretty scary for this Dreadnought. There's the 2-1 for Kosteman. There's double Mark of Khorne Chaos Space Marines now. So gives them a health and speed increase, as well as those power weapons and plasma pistols. Gonna get crippled by the termagants though, there we go. And here comes that Carnifex. I don't want to fight this thing. Boom, this thing doing big splash damage. Heavy melee per hit, much like a Dreadnought, and gets a seat kill immediately. 163, 205. Rippers spawned from the Thornback Carnifex. Really annoying little creatures. Have the tiny model types, so they are very, very difficult to hit with ranged weapons and can't be suppressed and stuff. And these Chaos Space Marines are in trouble. Raveners are still pretty decent in melee combat when you give them the Devourers, so they lose power melee. And Kosteman must be busy elsewhere or something, because he took a while to retreat. Chaos Lord is either idle or he's just watching this northern victory point. Another Chaos Dreadnought, maybe some Mark of Zinch. No, 2 Mark of Khorne Chaos Dreadnoughts. Oh, we do. No, we don't. 2 Mark of Khorne Chaos Dreadnoughts. Get it right. I thought one of them was Markov's Inch for a second there. This is going to be awesome. 163, 185. Has double heretics to support as well with worship and repairs. And a crap load of red.
Lose your requisition point.
TENrus could get a Doom or Melantyre to put pressure on those double Chaos Space Marines, we'll see. There's Blood Rage going after those Venom Brood, and the other one Blood Rages against the Carnifex. Heretics trying to repair but taking tons of damage from the range force. And this is Spore Mines, I think, dropped. Heretics just about getting away. The Dreadnought's kicking some serious ass here. Can he get this other Dreadnought in on this Carnifex now? Mark of Khorne Chaos Space Marines in there as well. Going to wipe these Raffiners, are they? Yes, they are. This Dreadnought's going to go down. There's Blood Rage, but it does go down. Carnifex turns to engage. No, he doesn't. Runs away. Needs to back off. Down to 5, 4, 6 hit points. Blood Rage again. Doesn't last quite as long as in Elite mod. Now this thing is a bit vulnerable, but should be okay. No Venom Brood around. Carnifex just 8. A Chaos Space Marine throws him aside. 118, 185. It's a 2-1 for TENrus. Kosteman, can he get to tier 3 for that nuke? 830 red. There's Blood Rage on the Lictor Alpha. Look at the damage every hit. Bang. Takes him down in retreat. 108, 185. What is TENrus waiting for? Could get a Swarm Lord, could get anything. Chaos Lord catching stuff in retreat. Nicely done. Takes out the Venom Brood. No, they still live. And they're reinforcing off of the HQ as well. Carnifex running away from that Chaos Lord. Doesn't need to run away. Bloodmaw can't do anything to vehicles. What is he doing now? He's trying to get a Let the Galaxy burn off, but has to run away. Chaos Dreadnought backing off, and Kosteman taking back his natural victory point. The Lictor Alpha still down there. 86, 185. Chaos Lord in retreat. What level is he? Level 4. Lictor Alpha's level 5. Doom or Melantyre is on the way, and there is tier 3 for Kosteman. So we might see a big nasty nuke here. 913 red. Double Mark of Khorne CSM. Double Mark of Khorne Dreadnoughts. What an awesome build from Kosteman. Both these guys level 3 as well. How many hit points? 19, 13. Not bad at all. You can't really support your melee squads as well as you can with some of the other factions as Chaos. You do have Coruscating Flame, and you do have Touch of Noble Heretics, and your Plague Champion you can support melee a little bit. But there's not a whole lot of it compared to, say, the Apothecary and the Farseer and the Imperial Guard stuff as well. 86, 169. And Grey Knight stuff, of course. Carnifex forcing off those double Mark of Khorne Chaos Space Marines. 86, 163. Almost level 4 Chaos Dreadnoughts with Mark of Khorne. That is scary. And here is the Doom of Melantyre. Legendary creature, cannot level up and is limited to 1. Very good area of effect, damage over time abilities. This Carnifex is still marching around with not a whole lot of hit points. 86, 149. There's a 2-1 for Kosteman. Can now drop his Imperial Abyss nuke. Could also use Blood Rage and stuff. 86, 143. Lictor Alpha running away from double Chaos Space Marines, and there's some Khorne worship to help them chase him down. Bang, bang, bang. All of those power melee attacks, he cannot deal with that even with Lone Hunter and Feeder Tendrils and Toxin Cysts. Down goes the Carnifex. Mark of Khorne, Chaos Dreadnought takes it down with Blood Rage, and a Doom Melantyre cannot do a whole lot versus vehicles. That's his one weakness. There's a Tyranid formation to try and save it, and those Mark of Khorne CSM run right into the central spire. Not a good idea. Doom Melantyre is going to get caught in retreat. This is an excellent flank from Kosteman. Crippling Poison trying to stop it. There's an Imperial Abyss, or Imperial Abyss I should say. 86, 101. Awesome play from Kosteman, and TENrus lost most of his army. seems like TENrus wanted to get the Swarm Lord and not the Doom Malantite, and Chaos Terminus hit the field. That serves you right for abusing capillary towers in unreachable terrain. And there is to concede from TENrus. Really nice play from Kosteman, I think. An excellent build. Double Mark of Khorne Chaos Space Marines. We both hit level 4. 2104 hit points. Double Mark of Khorne Dreadnoughts were awesome as well. Great build from Kosteman and a really awesome game. Thanks for watching, guys. I will see you next time.